Hey guys, Chrome Material here. Today in this video we're going to take a look at Dungeon Boss. In this one, I thought I would go over some changes to the game as well as a couple of different things that I think they changed with the game that, it's their game, but things are a lot different now than they were before. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to talk about the featured hero, Miko the Marvelous. He's the new goblin. He's a fast character, he's a water hero, and he's also apparently King Bramble's Jester, so that's pretty cool. The reason why I titled this video the way I did is because I actually want to figure out basically how things go to gem summons. Pretty cool. Okay. So a lot of things have changed in this game since I did like my summons for such and such. Like I spent 100,000 honor in Dungeon Boss. They made it basically so you're not able to do that anymore, which is fine. I mean, now we just have these two summons. So what I wanted to do is go to the heroic summon here, and Miko has an increased drop chance. They also made it so that every hero in the game is obtainable by this method. So they also nixed their the VIP method for summons, even their VIP thing that they were doing before. See, like all these characters are obtainable through this method. It's not a very, depending on how many you have, it's a good way to get Aether, which is the excess tokens over the max are converted to Aether at a rate corresponding to the rarity of the character, which they also made the characters this kind of table rarity. And also, I'll show Miko and kind of his powers here in a bit. So, and a lot of these characters, a lot of this has been around for a while, but for me personally, as a player that had played this kind of for a long time, like there are new heroes and stuff like Zolkod, he wasn't here. Mangled Jaw, Augustus, he's almost maxed. Okay, we're gonna do that again. He probably wouldn't show up. Let's see how many 10s we can do. Yasmin again. Squinch. Looking for the blue guy. The other blue guy, not Sir William. Grognog. Okay, he's rare. That's okay. They've added a lot of different characters, but they made a lot of changes with the Ascension and the system as well to make it harder. Like, you have to, here we go. Oh, wow. I probably won't be able to get him to 3 stars then if I have to get 6 more drops. Yeah, with a lot of these characters, you'd have to get it to where they're maxed. And then you can get Aether, but as far as that goes, with this only dropping 10 at a time, I figured I would just get rid of all these summons I'd been storing up. Now he's Augustus is maxed. But you still have to officially ascend him. Yeah, it made things a lot different. And in some respects, I think it had made the game a bit harder to an extent because of all this rarity. And it's kind of nice to be obtaining the characters through this method to obtain everybody in the game. But it kind of goes to where it's still random. You can't really choose. And Krail is maxed. Admiral Krail is maxed out too then. Zola was one of the characters that I thought was really intriguing. Because of the fact that she has, well, it creates kind of this inverse system to me where, okay, they had made it to where you have to get certain star counts to level characters for certain ascensions, but it made it so that you would wonder if it would be any good for them, basically. It's like, okay, is this character good? And I have no idea for the most of it, even for some characters that I do have quite a bit of time into. I mean, those characters I know a little bit more about, depending on what was what, like the dwarves. The dwarves are pretty good. They also made different changes to them where, like, when dwarves do an attack, I'm pretty sure this is a recent thing, not like recent, but it's been for a long time, where when dwarves attack, they can never miss, even if they're dazed, or if your opponent has like a dodge up buff or something, they'll still never miss them. Which includes like Rogar, who's one of the first characters you actually get in the game itself. Ooh, Craw, he's a recent addition. He's pretty good. Okay. I thought about spending gems on this if I needed to, because I mean, I have an inverse relationship, or like a strange, maybe not a strange opinion, but an opinion where like, okay, if you want to use gems, it's kind of like the later you use the gems in the game, the worse it is, because it's a less and less return. Like with all these characters who are getting close to the 250, which is how many tokens you need to get to 6 stars, which is max right now in the game. It's like it's giving me a lot of Aether, but if I don't want Aether, that I want characters instead, I'm not really going to get it, which makes this kind of hard. This makes this kind of harder, whereas like, okay, we've got such and such character. Well, with the bigger amount of characters that you have at your disposal that you don't have to 6 stars or you don't have unlocked, I think gems would be more of use to you earlier on instead of waiting for later. Because like in the later game, it's like all this Aether that I'm getting. So that's right now, that's 5 characters. Well, they were on the brink of being maxed anyway. That's 5 characters that I've gotten maxed. Let's do a 10x. That was like, what, 3 or 4 of them? I'm sometimes bad at math. Let's do 3 more 10x's and see if we can do this. Now, Dagon, he's harder to get, so I'm appreciative of that because he's harder to get. Like Death Knight, execute him. He's pretty easy to get. And Lady Numerial is actually an achievement reward, so her shards are really easy to get. Oh, and Ella's maxed as well, so that's 1. I might do some gameplay as well, just because I think it would be kind of boring just to see these pulls of the wheel, but maybe you don't think it's boring. Okay, so basically I would need to get 3 more drops to get him to get Miko to 3 stars, which is what you need for the next ascension. I think that's number 2 or I'm losing count. Lots of Yasmin tokens. And I mean, I'm of a mind that you should save up stuff until you know really what things are to be used for or what you really want. And that goes for any game, not just this one. Let's do 1 more. I don't know. Oh, that's right. She's maxed. Okay. More Archangel Emily tokens. Leonidas is I think he's a daily quest reward if you haven't obtained him, or if you've gotten it so he's not maxed yet. He's a quest reward. Okay, let's do, I think I've lost count. I think that's about 5 now. Like I said, 4 times 2,700, and I was at over 16,000 gems. Oh well. Grognog. Yeah, this is all Aether now. I'm not going to make it. I'll do the guild boss, though. I think that's, unless they made it so it was more difficult than last time. Yeah, I've about had it. I don't know. My math was probably terrible, but I'd say that was 4 or 5 10 pulls and not 3. All right, so oh wait a minute. I'll go to what I had said before about ascending characters and stuff. So you can see. Let's see. I probably should sort. I think he's. I think Miko's legendary rarity. I still don't know how they actually do. How they actually had figured out what they want to do with this. How they sorted the characters. Here we go. See, whoops. See, in order to get him to his first ascension, which is to get all these powers like Puppet Master and the improved bounce attack and the jokes thing and tricks, playing tricks, I have to get him to 3 stars and he's not there. Because he's only got 2 right now. I'll star those up later. Let's see. I think the Imposter's Folly is a guild event thing. I don't exactly know like what to really do with that. I just took a team that I thought could do some serious damage, and then that was it. So this is Dagrund Blacksmoke. He has a if you get him fully ascended, he has an AoE cleanse ability. If he's on a team with Valkin, this ice dwarf there. So they work really well together. All the dwarves work pretty well together on a team, actually, because they're all they try to build it so that characters from the symphony or affinity like work really well together. That's like casters, goblins, barbarians, that kind of thing. And then we just, well, I put it on auto because I'm lazy. I'm kind of lazy, but let's see. Range water attack on random enemies. They take bonus attack on based on total hits and applies frozen. I think this boss monster is frozen immune. Yeah. All right, so then we just go. Oh, I got some kind of thing for the day. Oh, she counters. This is Arya. I have her at maxed. Her epic at maxed. This just makes it so that she basically counters. Ooh, wow! I forgot he cloned me, so he counters more often. She counters more often on people. I forgot he can create a clone. This is gonna hurt. Okay, so I'm doing something to, I guess, fire characters. I'm not sure. That says fire support. I'll take a look at that here in a bit. It's probably, it looks like we're debuffing him of some kind with that heal block. This green heart blocks heals. His watery sphere is a lot better than mine is at this stage. Wow. Oh, that's right. They have like a super duper doom attack when they say like the end is near and enough and stuff like that. It's like their doom attack where you can't avoid it and you're automatically kaput no matter what. Clean up on aisle 3. Oh wow. He did that duplicator thing again. Clean up on aisle 3. That was classic. That was pretty good. Oh right, okay. So now that he's gone, the other guy, when he does the resurrection thing, the guy like this will probably pop up in that spot. I just realized that depending on what's what, he's probably not going to be able to take me down unless he just is. Oh man, this is going to be a long time unless it's immediately. Okay. All right. So I got a little bit here. Reprieve. And he just. Okay. Because this is a boss monster. They usually have some kind of a thing that they do that. 1.2 million damage. That's pretty awesome. Okay. Let's see what we got for the event quests. The quests are split up into different things in Dungeon Boss, like the campaign. Blessing of the Seeker, that's all the time. Get heroes to different rarities and boss mode dungeons and things like that. I completed this earlier today, so I just collect that stuff. It's like basically, and they also changed these quests as well from what they were a long time ago. So that's a different thing. Okay, attempt the raid boss. Collect 10 hero tokens. I guess it doesn't matter which ones. 200 dungeons, PvP stuff. Complete 10 dungeons with a water hero on the team. I can do that. Oh, use a ranged attack ability 20 times. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. That makes good sense. So if I had a bunch of rangers and I went to a place where I had a water hero, let's do a little more gameplay real quick. Just go to like the gold island, I think, unlocks at level 25 in the game, where you can just play these dungeons once a day for gold. Okay, so ranged attacks. Okay, so she's melee, he's melee. He's ranged, kinda. He does both. The dwarf dude does both. Let's get someone who does ranged attacks all the time. So Nub Nub does those mostly, and I think. Oh, and Lady Nimriel does those. Okay, the water hero guy is on the team, and just usually a water hero is just one hero. Unless it doesn't count as a ranged attack when he does that. I'm not sure, because other than his ranged attack with the water blob, he does this thing where he looks like he strikes everybody at once, and even though he's not throwing water. It's weird. I can't. I'll point it out to you if I see it. Right, yeah, right, like that. When he does that thing where he gets everybody in the middle of those guys and just hits everybody at once, that's a melee attack. That's not going to work for this. I admire the fact that he can actually do the melee attack where he hits multiple people at once, though. That's really good. Oh, wow. And I put a lot of powerful runes on him, too, because he's really, when characters are like 1 to 2 stars and like level 50 or below, they're really meh, truth be told. And you want to make sure that you try to mitigate that in some fashion. Of course, as characters gain stars and such, they get more powerful as well. I mean, obviously. All right, so I'm going to try to figure out how to get a water hero to the slow water hero so that they can attack last, so that all my other people can have to do stuff. So, oh, he does water attacks too. All right, let's do one more, and that'll be the end of the video. I don't want to keep you too long. And I hope you did enjoy it. I mean, I thought this would be a nice change of pace and things like that from like RuneScape content, even though I love my RuneScape content for sure. And doing stuff and figuring out different things about the game, about most games. I don't get into like super theory crafting like some people. I just figure out what may or may not work and try to do some kind of research regarding it. So, I mean, it's usually from like guides online and things like that, because I don't really know of anywhere else to go. I mean, as far as Dungeon Boss is concerned, that to me, there was a lot less, unless I haven't really searched very well, there's a lot less in terms of guides and things like that than there is for other more popular, more well-known games. So, All right. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Keep continuing in your life journey, in your gaming journey too. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. All right. Bye-bye.